I made a swamp with Shawl. And I also have a Joop. Look at him, he's so sweet. This is why I'm like sort of out of frame, because he's here and he was here when I showed up. Maybe I can just... Yeah, maybe this is a little bit better. Yeah, see, I have to take my sweet boy into account because he loves being here. But yeah, I'm going to try something else because a lot of... And there he went. A lot of the time, I just feel so flare-uppy miserable that I have zero energy to film or to sit behind my computer and edit. So I'm going to try to do shorter videos just so I can get videos out. And yeah, show you stuff that I've knit, because a lot of the days I'm just sitting on my sofa and knitting and watching YouTube and Netflix and Disney Plus and stuff. But yeah, I have knit another garter abyss. And this is like my swamp witch shawl, as I like to call it, because what I want to do, and I've been saying this for the last couple of years, I want to be a swamp witch, like a proper full-on swamp witch for Halloween. And well, I've slowly been assembling things. I will have a card here. I don't know where YouTube puts it, to my frog bag video, which is part of it. And I also wanted a shawl. So yeah, this is it. I have some moss embroidery details. I don't know how well it shows up. If it fails, I will just film some lying down. But yeah, I have embroidered some details with this glorious moss texture. It is actually a moss. I don't know which one, I still have to look it up, but in Dutch it's called haakmos. I asked my father-in-law, who knows a lot about mosses, and he was like, he thought I was gonna trick him because I was knitting and I was like, what kind of moss is this? Is this an actual moss? And crocheting in Dutch is haken, so he was like, you're gonna like lure me into some lame dad joke. And I was like, no. And no, of course, if you don't speak Dutch, it's not funny at all, but because it just doesn't translate. It's one of those things. But yeah, for this I used up about, I would say, a little under a skein of Nutedern Abducted. This is this color. This glorious bright green, like swamp green, brown and Kaput Murtum. So amazing. I love it. And then I used up practically a whole skein of, well, a whole hank. They're hanks really. Of Wild Atlantic Yarns Una, which is their superwash merino, in fingering weight. And this color is called the Forest Floor. And then finally this moss, which I also used to embroider more moss details on it, so it wouldn't be just so like such a clean stripe. Yeah, so that is also by Wild Atlantic Yarns, and that is on their Bamba base, and this is also a 4-ply. I think it only comes in 4-ply and DK, but yeah, this is the 4-ply, and this is literally called moss. And it actually is like moss, real moss, so how cool is that? In hindsight, I think like knitting a whole capelet out of the Bamba in moss in the DK would have been amazing as well, but I am a shawl girl, so I will get most use out of this guy. So yeah, that's what I did. I knit this on... I knit the Abducted and the Forest Floor on 3.5mm needles, and I knit this on 3.75 because it was just otherwise painful for my hands, and like that it was not as easy to knit with it as it would be with regular wool, but or regular yarns. Well, most of them, because some are like to stick into each other. But I will say that it was like a fairly easy knit still. Not as easy as the Hyacinth Boucle by the Wee Yarn Company, but I will say that when I knit the shawl out of that, I held it together with a lace weight yarn by Wild Atlantic Yarns, and I knit it on like 5.5 or 6mm needles. I can't remember which one, but it was considerably thicker in needles. So yeah, that probably really helped in it being a very, very easy, comfortable knit. But yeah, I mean, I've heard a lot of people say like they were knitting with boucle and it really hurt their hands. That was not the case. It was a bit more strenuous, yes. Also, I have very bad joints, so that could just be a me problem. But yeah, I would knit with this again because I didn't feel like this was a boucle that was an actual issue. It didn't really stick to each other either, so it was still a comfortable knit. Not as comfortable as these guys, but it was still like 9 out of 10, I would say. So yeah, I can't tell you anything about DK weight because I've not used it. I've only ever used this one. But yeah, if I needed another boucle, I would either get it from from Wild Atlantic Yarns, or the Wee Yarn Company, because I know that I like both of those. So get what you like, and they're both indie dyers, so that's also great. Yeah, so I mentioned that the pattern is Garter Abyss. It's by Stephen West. You can get it on, I think, the Stephen and Penelope website. I'm not sure, probably on Stephen West's website. And you can definitely get it on Ravelry because that's where I got it. So it's kind of like wherever you prefer to shop, that's where you can get it. So yeah. It's a very easy to follow pattern. It's all just basically garter stitch and yarn over. So I would say it's very beginner friendly. Either a garter tap cast on is super easy, and they've got a link to a really good video. Normally it asks for an I-cord bind off, but if you've been around here for any amount of time, you know that I absolutely detest I-cords. So there was not a chance in hell I was gonna do this with an I-cord bind off. This is just a regular bind off. As you can see, it's stretchy enough, and well, it's not mega stretchy, but it's a shawl, so it doesn't have to be like a super stretchy bind off. But it looks nice enough, especially with the moss. It doesn't need an I-cord, it really doesn't. And also I don't know, does an I-cord bind off eat more yarn than a regular bind off? If you know, please sound off in the comments, because I have no idea, I've never done one. But in my mind it's like it will eat more yarn, and now I can just knit more rows. It might just all be in my head. But yeah, so that was my Swamp Witch project. I also have a reveal. Yeah, I probably should have started with that immediately. Stay tuned for the reveal. I filmed this bit after the reveal, so I am still very, very hot. It was very, very warm. And yeah, it was at like a local woods, and they have this little pond area. I quite like it. There were a lot of frogs as well. They were like happily croaking around, and I was just like, where are the frogs? Frogs! I love frogs. There are also a lot of dragonflies, and I don't know what the other ones are called. We call them waterjuffers and libellen. And libellen are dragonflies. They're like the big boys. Like they're much more robust than what we call waterjuffers. They're kind of like the same thing, but like very, very long, thin bodies. They're like very slender form of the dragonflies, the regular ones. And yeah, the dragonflies were very curious about this because Bert was taking pictures, and they'll be on either my Instagram or his, or probably both, and they'll be in the description down below. Mine is Steam and Kittens, and his is Bert Takes Pictures. But yeah, so yeah, you'll be able to see pictures there. But it was a little bit windy, so it was constantly having some movement to it, and they were so curious. They were like, what is it? And I was a bit worried I'd get bit by a dragonfly, because they can bite, and pretty hard. I've had it happen to me by an adult one when I was a child, and I would like to, you know, lead my life without a repeat of the dragonfly bite incident. But yeah, waffling aside, this is what I knit. I really like it. I don't usually wear a lot of green. I do have some green things, like the dress I'm wearing is green. This dress is by Villa. And it was gifted to me by my neighbor because she had bought it and she didn't really like it. And then she forgot to return it within the return date, or it didn't work out to get to the post office. But yeah, she was like, do you want it? And I was like, yes, please. And I've been wearing this for like, this is like a third summer. Well, it's not summer yet, but it feels like summer. But yeah, this is the third year I'm wearing this. So I think I might have to actually buy like, because this is, I think, cotton and linen. It's natural fibers in any case. So I might have to buy one of those dye-on dye pots so I can refresh the color. So yeah, I should investigate that, because that could be good, because the color is starting to go a little bit. But yeah, I absolutely love this. So I have some greens to do Swamp Witch attire, greens and browns. I have enough browns, that's a fact. But yeah, so I've knit the frog bag, I've knit the shawl, and I also want to knit a vest. I want to knit the linden vest. I don't know the designer's name, so up on the screen, but I definitely want to knit that. And I've ordered some green in for my local list, but they're closing soon, so like permanently, sadly. So I might not get that yarn after all, so there's that. And if all fails, I will probably just save up money and get... I definitely want to use... One of the colors I want to use for my upcoming Swamp Witch sweater vest project is definitely Hot Chocolate by Wild Atlantic Yarns. And if I can't get the green from Lang, I want to get the Forest Floor again. So yeah. So I still want to do that as well. And I have a green blouse from Uniqlo, so I can wear that. And I have brown skirts and green skirts, and I can just decide what skirt I want. And hopefully it won't be muddy, so I can wear my nice Doc Martens rather than damn rain boots like I have on in the frog bag video. So yeah, although I could just go to that place where we went to today rather than the actual swamp, and then I can wear whatever boots I want. Anyway, enough waffling. That's what I'm doing for Halloween. I'm putting together a Swamp Witch costume, and outfit wise, I have all the pieces at this point, bar the sweater vest. 2 out of 3 pieces that I really want to make for it are done. And yeah, stay tuned, I'd say. And I hope you enjoyed me waffling about this project I did and that I am very pleased with. The embroidery on it didn't actually take me as long as I thought it would. I've done lots of different mosses, like big ones, little ones, so you get like a nice idea. It's actually not that obvious when it's worn, but yeah, I like it. I like it regardless. It makes it that little bit more like natural, that natural feel of moss creeping up on stuff. So yeah. And yeah, all the chaos aside, that's it. I'm gonna stop now. Otherwise, I'll keep on talking and I will just bore you all to death. I hope you still enjoyed this video. If you like this format, let me know in the comments down below. Or do you really are just here on YouTube, on YarnTube, so to speak, KnittingTube, whatever, to see like actual project diaries from start to finish with clips of people knitting and talking in between? Let me know in the comments down below, and I will attempt to film those, but like zero promises because my health needs to come first, obviously. And yeah, I will hopefully see you in the next one. There are already cats because Joop was there, and I think I think I can convince Salem to do like a Salem type outro. We'll see. And in any case, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so YouTube hopefully actually tells you when I've uploaded a new video. And leave a comment. If you do leave a comment, please be kind. Do you know what you're gonna be for Halloween yet? It's nearly Halloween. Are you going to do a Summerween costume? I could totally do a summer version of my Swamp Witch getup. But maybe not with the shawl, because I feel like so overheated already and it is not that hot. Oh my god. So if I were to wear this and it's like actual proper hot, I would so be dead. So no. But yeah, comments. And if you do leave a comment, please be kind. And I'm gonna sign off and have a drink and hydrate and rest a bit. Bye bye. Look at him. Oh, it's a bit big, isn't it? He's trying to meowdle, but failing miserably. Squish test. Joop approves. Did I shamelessly bribe him with tweets? Yes, I did. You gonna say bye-bye? Yeah?